Okay, so altogether, my industries and networks cost up about $351 net worth. So it has, something to do with, multi platforms, propelled performance, and optical transitions. So, that's basically how it runs its networking industries, and it gives more optical acknowledgement. It's made for nurses, it's made for doctors, it's made for engineers, it's made for technicians. It's a certain it's, it's just like Adobe. If you're playing a game on Adobe, or you playing on Workday, or you playing on Outlook, you have one of those subscriptions that you can play on, and it'll have one of those credentials to play with, and that's how you got something started with um, adding a advertisements to your studios. So that's basically how you handle 98, 81 different results, and that's basically how you earn money as well, as you can earn a 1248 just by having 78,848 hours productive, and you can earn that an hour, 1248 an hour, just by working till 78,845 hours at, at at Mr. Catfish, and you're getting that more resembled to your Wi-Fi and your online data and your interactive way of life, and you just got to you got to get your food habits on point, and be able to to sustain your day and be entertained by the sustainment of your day, lasting 9 hours a day every 9 months. So you got to be sustained on your career, and know the benefits of your adaptabilities. And that's just the first 758% of the production 80. And that's basically all that we had to restore for ourselves as we get more common with PMC. What PMC does is Workday, Western Union, and Jackson Hewitt. And yeah, that's just more of the program of what enlightens EcoLeaf and Billworth Lot Industries and Enterprises, as we get that $351 net worth. Um, that is a lot of money for a program or industry or a subscription. It's just based off of information centers, and it's just there to inform you in a Texas way and give you more of your Dallas, Austin, Houston, El Paso, and Victoria, and more of your local counties and local towns. And it's basically how you want to urbanize the fields as we going through 1886 to 1996, and understanding more of a state requirement other than the country's law, or the national law. And it's basically where you're going from the subcontinental states to national law, and that's basically where you start in the 50 and the 100 federalization. And basically a little bit of hundreds is basically presenting that you are the state. And that's basically how I run my state government, as well as my 350 51 cubic unit portion is my settlement, and that's basically how I run my household productions and how I pay rent and pay taxes, and how I get $351 of trans tax resettled over to the electricity bills and the cable bills and the water bill, and more of the mainstream bills that we use in the household in 1951 to 2008. It never did change. That's just one of the urban, modern, state of the art houses that we use here in 1951 to 2008. And my proposition is, why would I get an older house if I was already born inside of an older house? When I was 8 years old to 6 years old, we was already in the old house that we already in today. And, that's been 2808 years. So, we just always wanted this outstanding two-story house that lives a prominent to the American dream, as to what people say. And that's just based off the Mustang experiences that I've had my personal self. Understanding the Mustang methods, and understanding that it had a nice volume of frequency, so it wasn't just something you would not like. If you liked it class and you liked it muscle, it'd be something that you would like. And that Mustang that my brother and my dad had, that was pretty much like having one of those 2018 new Mustangs at one point in time. And that's what increased the acknowledgement of those proficiencies. And more of that just comes from free trade. It comes from a lot of website development, and it's basically how you make more of a decade for yourself, as you make more into PMC, what PMC does, and its ladder performance. And it's basically how it interprets itself, as in knowing that as if knowing as if knowing we knowing PMC 2 squared, as if knowing saving and benefiting from trans tax and reduced tax, like Jackson Hewitt or MoneyGram would do. And that's basically where we just coming in contact with more better businesses and combining like terms of what they do and what they would do, and what would they like to do. And it's basically connecting the urban future. So instead of it being a 2018 model, we move it up to a 2021 model. And that's basically the specifications on an individual item. So that's basically the year of that item particularly. So that's basically how PMC is working, with us grabbing one of those 2021 Suburbans and being able to supply our needs by saving and benefiting off the money that we use to buy those trucks with. And it's just basically more of a company satisfaction. So it's basically a program that enlighten us to use vehicles and give us more privilege to get on the road and do what we like to do on our 759-month acceptance rate. And it's basically how we want to interpret a Liberty Relief plan for ourselves at Liberty Mutual, AARP, and Jackson Hewitt. Those are 759% forms that we use in W-2s, I-9s, EEOs. We use bill statements, congressional law orders, and invoice sheets, just to make sure that we have everything built in for ourselves. And, that's basically what we're doing at these programs, industries, and enterprises all day. So that's basically a big format of what we're transitioning around and making bigger propositions of, or making a greatest common factor. We want to be able to finish it off in 751 compounds, 741 compounds. So it'll make a big factor as though you have to feed 741 counties 17 times. And that's basically how you make a tradition for yourself as you go through 1890 to 2008. And making more towards your lunch and dinner qualities to make a better productive skill. How to make them better productive skill for urban day process. If there's any other extra treaty ways how you can make a extra meal account for yourself. And when you don't have the proper amount, that's good. It's always good being 7 years old to 18 years old to 27 years old to 37 years old. And that's always a good factor. So we always just wanted to estimate and propel the scales of how to make a better platform for ourselves as we illustrate better compassions of how to create a better infotainment of characteristics. And it's basically how every entertainment in my proposition is based off of Marvel. So we going through a whole bunch of Spider-Man, a whole bunch of Iron Man. You going through a whole bunch of Marvel characteristics. And that's just 1925 to 2009. And you getting that 259% of the time. And it's basically how you restoring your applications of a main ideal or as a main title. So that's basically where that goes. And it's basically how you handle those 359% of processed data, going towards the similarities and contrasts of what these companies do and what they do for you, and how they react to their people on those accounts. And it's basically how you create 759 propelled accounts for yourself. And it's basically how you make a ergo account for yourself as you make those 759 accounts. And one belief of spirit. You're saying it in one way, it's all collected in one way. So that means it's all coming in a connected language, and being able to make about 7 to 71 different sections of language. And so that's where you're getting PMC2 Squared's program coming from. And that's working on its own warehouse and office itself. And it's basically where you want to use your whole industry to build that whole compound up, as it's a private detail that goes into the executive offices as we go from 1997 to 2007. And that's basically how we want to retrieve our WeWork and Workday and Outlook. Workday, WeWork, and Outlook, and that's basically how we want to create those beginners for everybody. And that's basically working on Catfish Industries or Catfish Industries. And that's where we're basically known for. That's what Mr. Catfish is basically known for, and it's basically how I name my individual productions of what I do and how I interest the people, and how I propel my acceleration as far as getting through the day of 98-28, getting through 1998 to 2028, and getting my expression completed, and getting the whole form of compassions met. And just me figuring out my whole trial of errors and processes 80. And that's just basically what I work on every 751 hours of my semester. So that makes me practice doing nationalism. I do a lot of nationalism. I do a lot of state government, civilized. That's what I act as a civilist in. State government, property insurance, and law. And that's basically how I want to impose my law based off of my perception, and my focus is on 1995 from 2005 to 2027. And that's basically how I want to explain my part as we get more into the media and being in the press, and being able to explain a greater point of privilege. And it's basically how we wanted to explain the leisure of design.